Oh, hey, just getting ready some guacamole for Memorial Day party here, celebrating first summer gathering of this COVID-19, so make sure you stay 6 feet apart. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you 3 of my favorite sauces. I'm going to show clips from 3 different videos I've made in the past to show you how to make some of my favorite sauces, because these sauces are great to be incorporated across the board in different things. They're definitely sauces that I have of note and I keep in mind whenever I'm making something and wonder if this will go well with it. The first one is going to be a citrus soy glaze that goes excellent over a tuna steak, but will also work well on chicken, pork, steak. The second one is a Korean barbecue glaze featuring the #1 Korean condiment, maybe condiment or sauce base these days, gochujang sauce. And then the third one is a white wine garlic cream sauce I use as a base for pizzas. I guarantee when you watch that, you're going to want to make a pizza with that sauce, or with that cream sauce. So let's get on to the citrus soy glazed tuna. I'll see you back when guacamole will probably be done by then. The first sauce I'm going to show you is a citrus soy glaze that I'm going to put over a tuna steak, but it goes well over chicken, it goes well over any kind of steak. I've put it over chopped up, cubed up ribeye over jasmine rice before. It works great and it's very versatile. So the sauce is really easy to make. We're going to start out by slicing up some shallot really thin, and then some jalapeno. And these are going to end up getting strained out later. We're also going to put in some orange juice, some lemon juice, a nice big piece of lemon zest. I've got some sugar and some coriander, some mirin, which is an alcohol-based Japanese rice seasoning, but as with just about the majority of things that you cook with alcohol, the alcohol is going to burn off anyways. And then some soy sauce. So we're going to get all these prepped and get them in our mini saucepan here. Then put it on the stove, heat them up, reduce it down, and go from there. So I'll see you over at the stove in a second. Okay, our sauce is on the stove here. I've got it over about medium heat here. I want it just to come to a boil, and then I'm going to reduce it and simmer for about 5-10 minutes, probably closer to 10 minutes. I want it to thicken up a little bit by reducing, and obviously that's going to cook the alcohol out of it as well. Then after that we're going to strain. So I'll see you in a few minutes once this breaks down. Alright, our sauce is reduced about just as much as it's going to be. So we're going to come over to the sink and strain it. Alright, our sauce is reduced just about as much as it's going to be, and our rice is just about done. We're going to strain the sauce, and we're going to come back and put the fish on the saute pan. Actually, we can start that now before we go over and strain. Let's get the oil warming up here. It's going to cook pretty fast. Medium heat. Let's go. All right. Take our sieve, put it in our bowl and strain it. It's not syrupy thick, which is fine. It's nice because it'll run over whatever you put. Say it's a chicken or fish, and it's going over rice or vegetable, it'll run right over the top and coat everything nicely. There. Where's our sauce? We'll set it aside. How'd you like that sauce? That's a good one, wasn't it? Yeah, so next one is one I've been talking about for a while. I've made it in a couple different recipes. The Korean barbecue glaze. that one and the citrus soy glaze, if you're not planning to go out and buy the ingredients and make those things tomorrow, I'd be very surprised. Go check that one out. This is the second sauce I want to show you. This is a Korean glaze based with gochujang, which is Korean chili paste. Has soy sauce, sesame oil, some rice vinegar in there. It's great for barbecue ribs, chicken, goes on a bunch of other meats as well, and it's an excellent thing to have around and a recipe to have in your back pocket. First, we're going to get started with the ingredients here. About a half cup of the gochujang, and then just a little bit of each of these. Pretty short ingredient list here. A little bit of salt. And a little bit of brown sugar. Gotta have that sweet and sticky. Alright, we're just gonna whisk this up, and this glaze you can put it on the ribs, put it on chicken, just enjoy. I'll post the recipe for it too. It's pretty simple, as you can see right here. 1, 2, 3, 7 ingredients, 6 ingredients. There we go. There's a glaze. Yeah, that's a great one. Anytime I'm making chicken or pork at a minimum, I always make some of that barbecue glaze because I make extra chicken, and it's a good glaze to have, or just to mix it with some rice, or just have it on its own. The last one is a pizza sauce. So not as versatile to use on as many things as the Korean glaze and the citrus soy tuna, but check this one out. It's a great one. It goes great on pizzas. Obviously there's some heavy cream in there, so it can be a little bit heavier, so I don't put too much else on the pizza, but it's a really, really good sauce. Enjoy. The last sauce I want to show you is a sauce I use for pizzas. It's a white wine garlic cream sauce. We'll saute some garlic and some shallot, and then we'll put in some white wine with some dried sage and basil. And then once we simmer that for a little while, we'll put the heavy cream and some shredded parm in there and reduce it down a little bit. And then we'll throw some parsley in there, and it's ready to go on our pizza. So let's get over to the stove. Let's get this moving. Don't spill it. All right, here we go. There's my wine. Okay, we'll get started with the garlic and shallot. Move our heavy cream and spices up here. Now the garlic and shallot should be minced up really, really finely. You get the most flavor out of it that way. But that also means that it's going to cook really fast. So make sure that your heat isn't too high, especially if you're using gas heat. You want to start with it on the lower end, because while you can adjust it, you can't cool off a hot pan, especially if it's heated with gas. So you want these to be just so they're not translucent. If you start to get in a jam where your garlic is cooking too much, again, you don't want your garlic dark brown, then it's going to take over the image of the sauce too much, because it's going to be a white sauce. It's cream-based, cheese-based. You definitely want to keep your garlic just starting to turn golden brown. When it just starts to turn golden brown, you're going to put your wine in there and your dried sage and basil. And that's going to cool it off for a second anyway. So if you're in a heat jam, I'm going to take a little bit more heat here. cool it off by putting the wine in there. You'll heat it back up. And we're going to put the wine in here. We're going to reduce it by half anyway. Obviously, when you're cooking with wine, cooking with any alcohol, doesn't make whatever you're making alcoholic. The alcohol is going to cook out of whatever you're making, unless you're not cooking it. Such as, I don't know, throwing some bourbon and eggnog or something like that, if you ever know anyone that does anything like that. So, just another couple seconds here. I think we're good. We're very, very fragrant. Our shallots, most importantly here, are the easiest one to tell. They're losing their translucence. So, let's throw our spices in here. All mixed together. It smells so good. Let's go with the wine now. So like I said, it's going to stop sizzling right away. I'm going to turn my heat up just a little bit more. We want this to simmer, and we're going to go a few minutes here. We want this to reduce by half. So however you're measuring it here, you're not going to measure it and then put it back in, measure it again. Whatever spoon you're using, see where you are on that spoon, and then keep an eye on it and see where it lands. But we'll go another minute here. Get our reduction. Then we're going to put our cream and our cheese in there. That'll simmer for about 5 minutes. And then we'll take it off the heat and we'll put the parsley in there and we're good to go for our pizza. All right, our sauce is just about wrapped up here. It's been simmering for about 5 minutes. I'm going to transfer our sauce into this glass dish here. Not super thin, not too thick. It is a little chunky because obviously you have the garlic and shallots in there. And throw our fresh parsley in here. Give it a little mix, and that's about it. Our sauce is ready to be used on your favorite pizza. Whatever you want to put on it is your choice. How'd you like those sauces? I hope you liked at least one of them. Let me know if any of them are on your list to make. Check down in the comments for the recipes for each one, and happy cooking.